This is channel Karl-James Langford 01.1975. This is my video log for the day of the 13th of November, Thursday 2014, and it's been a fairly good day actually. And I want to just start off with a few things. A friend of mine will get through his present situation, no doubt about it. And two things that link very much into everything that I'm achieving. Not trying, but trying to achieve, but I am achieving. The first thing is that it's coming very obvious to me now, and this is after quite some months, maybe years actually, of getting there. And I now believe this, that nothing that I do, nothing that you do out there is ever to be seen insignificantly. You never know who is watching, you never know who you might bump into, you never know who and where and what might happen in your lives. And what I mean by that is that, you know, initially when I did that short film with Rob, Mad Dad, I actually took that on very professionally, and Rob had high expectations for it. Well, he did verbally, and initially the production Mad Dad you know, had a warm response, but that was it. And now I'm finding all these months on that I'm using it on my Casting Call Pro site, and I'm getting work because of it. Rob was right. People are now watching it and they're commenting on how really good, excellent the work is, and that's not just me saying it, it's other people. And it's one of those benchmarks that I use now, and it's an important work for me, and hopefully it's an important work for Rob. And I've done lots of work like that this year that I've always, as much as I could, taken professionally, but I need to make sure I take it to the next level. Every single thing I do is vital. Every single thing I do, even though it may seem small, could be as big as something much bigger that I do in the future. It's the start of that. It's the seed that makes everything grow. And this is why I do these video logs. I've got people out there who watch these video logs, as I keep saying, that that have this as part of their lives. Okay, so if I don't do it, then they'll just watch something else, but it's something that they'll miss out on that I've done for quite some time now. And then I today was had the thought, and I've had this for a few weeks actually, to do some more poetry with Al on SoundCloud. And 2 days ago he contacts me and says, look, you know, get your finger out, we've got to do more poetry on SoundCloud because we've got a following. And I knew that, but that's him saying it now, and he's looking. So I produced 2 pieces of poetry, not of my own, but when I'm saying I produced 2 pieces of poetry, I verbalized them and read them for Al to create music too. And I know there are people out there who just listen to our poetry and comment on it and really like it. We don't think about the negatives, and yeah, everything that you do out there, folks, is vital in this very competitive world, but you don't think of that. Okay, you just go out there and you inspire yourself, because half the time nobody else is pushing you, it's just you, and everything that you do is to be seen as professional as you can possibly make it. Even if you're making a small film and you think, oh, I'll just make the small film and I'll put it on YouTube and that's it. Never have that attitude. Always think that it's a big production and it's important. And by doing that, people who watch it will see it important, and people watching it will take it seriously no matter what you do. If you don't take it seriously in the first place, how do you expect to get anywhere out there? And what, you may as well not bother doing the piece in the first place. And the other point today is that I was so exhausted from Wednesday and all that train travelling, and some of you will have watched that video, that I, for the first time, well, ever, in my recent period of teaching, I missed a class. I woke up and my class had already started, and I've had to phone up and apologise, okay, because I was just too tired. And but the point is that then I taught in the afternoon, and I know that my class in the afternoon was inspiring. I felt it, I knew it. Okay, and I've got a right to say the next thing, and I'm going to say it. I wrote this down in my diary, okay, and hopefully those of you out there will understand this. This is what I thought after many years in my first period, in my first life as an archaeologist. This is what I'm calling it now, up to 39. This is what I believe. History should never be taken seriously, but reported as fact, for all to have the truth. Repeat that again. History should never be taken seriously, but reported as fact, for all to have the truth. And what I mean by that is this, simply. History has already gone. Okay? It's around you, it's happened. It's a set model. It's part of the now. As much as the now and the future is part of this present moment, that's all you've got. Okay? And you can't change what's happened. You can look at it, appreciate it, absorb. You can touch it like you can touch a Roman coin. It's part of your life. You can't undo it, but you can recollect. You can go back. You can go back to those situations. You can understand it, but you can't change it. Okay? So it's not to be taken seriously. Just be taken as part of your life, and you're supposed to cherish it, whatever it is, how bad it is. That's history. And that's what I feel. I've got a right to say that. And I'd like some comments on that as well.
Oh, I wish I was in the land of cotton. Old times are not forgotten. Look away.
So I've been teaching my classes today, and I'm going to put some images up there. I've been teaching enthusiastically early Bronze Age Greece. Looking at the Helladic stage of Greek culture on the mainland, most of the islands, and the Minoan stage of that Greek culture. So I've been doing that today, and I've been really enthusiastic about it, putting a lot of volume and oomph into it. So, you know, I've appreciated it every time when my students turn up, and it's a shame I wasn't able to deliver that in the morning. I delivered that in the afternoon. I've been pushing my Romans in the Vale of Glamorgan, and yeah, I've hopefully made some more sales of my book. Obviously, that's the stage of my life that I want to bring to a close. I just want my book sold and out of the way and done, so that's good. That's all part of my next chapter, but it's going well. Didn't manage to teach in the evening, but I did my poetry reading, and did some other bits and pieces, you know, banking, communicating with people. New person that I've got on Skype who I'm communicating with, that guy I met on the train yesterday. Spoke to my children, that's obviously up on the top of my list. And the poetry reading, right? I chose, I had a bit of inspiration. I've got a few friends that visit me every few days, and they said, right, this poetry that you're going to do tomorrow, i.e. today, the 13th, they said, just leave it and go away and think about a poem. And suddenly I thought, right, I want to do Silverweed from Watership Down, the book, okay, by Richard Adams. And I read that. and it happened again. I read it, I got into the character, right, I felt the words on my surface, okay, on the surface, I was there, with the leaves, with the trees, with that concept of passing, and I was there, I was in it. I got so worked up, I got so choked up reading the words, it was magical. And you know what? And because I didn't have the camera rolling, because I don't have that level of technology, it was word perfect. I couldn't repeat it. I'm sorry Al, who's working with me on this, but I just could not repeat that. I just got into method, and it was perfect. But okay, hopefully we're going to have... Nothing's wrong or right in this, so hopefully the version that Al puts together is going to be awesome anyway. And I decided to do John McCrae again, reading that for Flanders Fields for SoundCloud, so hopefully that's come out okay as well. And I watched the episode of Doctor Who. That was really deep. Episode 11, season 8, and that was very, very deep, and it was about death. I am sick to the back teeth of this concept of death, okay? People say, oh, the only sure thing in life is death. Is it crap? The only sure thing in life is living, getting out there doing it. If you wanna die, just roll up in a ball and just leave us, okay? But you've got to live, okay? That's the only sure thing in life. That's the only thing you can control, and that's the thing you do. And when you're on a bloody life support machine, right, the thing that you need to do is try and bloody live. Okay, the worst case scenarios people have fought through, and they've lived and they've won. That's what life is about, living. Okay, it really wound me up, this Doctor Who thing. Why are people so obsessed with death? Okay, right, and Jake, okay, talking about death, Lost Days hasn't gone away. Okay, I've got a lot of productions to work on at this minute. We're over Christmas. Jake, I will get the Lost Days in my head finally sorted out, and the concept in that is anti-death. So yes, bingo. If any of you have seen the script, so that's where I'm going. Anyway, this is my video log. Thanks for watching, and I'll put some images up of my classes now. Thank you.